Y'all know what's going on. It's time for another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker. Well, I'm back again with prison prank calls, y'all. You asked for it, you got it, right? But look here, I got this letter from this female that wanted me to break the news to her boyfriend that had recently got out of prison on parole, that he is actually the father. This guy has been questioning whether or not he's the father of her child since he was, you know what I'm saying, in prison, and now that he's out, right? They have a 5-year-old daughter together, right? You're going to be able to decipher for yourself from the details of the show once we get going what's really going on, right? I don't want to give you too much of the plot. I want you to enjoy the show, right? So just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show, y'all, because here we go. This is going to be a good one, right?
Hello?
Yes, may I speak to Quinton?
Yeah, speaking.
How you doing, Quinton?
I'm good.
My name this is Quinton Harris, right?
Yes,
okay. My name is Joe Bakley, and I'm a supervisor parole officer here and located out of Nashville. And every now and then I go through the caseloads of all the parole officers to make sure that they're doing everything right and making sure that the parolees are satisfied with what's going on and making sure if they have any problem that they have somebody that they can go to that's above their parole officer, right? So your number came up. It's a random thing, nothing suspicious about it, so don't get paranoid. I know how you guys are when you get out of prison.
Ain't nothing wrong with nothing.
No, nothing's wrong. Just going through some things. I want to make sure that my employees are doing the right thing, and I'm trying to make sure that you're satisfied with what's going on and letting you know that if you have any problems that you can always call me, right? Okay. So I'm going to be asking you a few personal questions. I just need you to respond to them and so on and so forth. And if you have any questions about the questions that I'm asking you, please feel free to voice your opinion about that, right? So you are paroled out to your girlfriend's house, which is rare. They normally would make somebody like you go to a halfway house, but her name is Tessa?
Yes,
Okay, her name is Tessa. Okay, and y'all share a daughter named Renee?
Yeah, we have a child, yeah.
You have a child? Okay, now, I noticed on your visitation application, and this could have been an oversight by the parole board when you went up, that you list her as your daughter. And I noticed that you've been in prison for 7 years, and your daughter is 5 years old. So, is it anything that I should be aware of? Because I understand how a lot of guys, they get in prison and they get these girlfriends, and then women, you know, might have a child before they get together, or they have a child during the relationship and they, you know, embrace the child as their own. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's real love. I understand that, right? But could you describe to me or explain to me the circumstances of why on your visitation application, and you're not in trouble, it's not going to affect your parole, why you listed her as your daughter? Is she in fact your daughter?
I mean, I don't know, man. I just, you know.
You don't know?
I don't know, because they asked me to take a paternity test. I told them, no, I don't need to do that.
So,
you know,
why would you refuse or say that you don't need to take a paternity test? What came about? What was the circumstances that came about to where you were even asked to take a paternity test?
All right, let me ask this.
Okay.
What does this got to do with my parole or anything? I mean...
Well, that's a good question, and it's a fair question, but let me explain to you a little bit. Well, when it comes to parole, we like to be intimately involved in a lot of the things that, not in other states that they get involved with their parolees, but we like to know what our parolees are doing, how their lives are going, and the people that are going to be in their lives, right?
Okay.
And you know, if Tessa and Renee are a part of your life, right, we want to make sure that the circumstances are conducive to you being successful on your parole.
Okay.
And like I say, I noticed that, and it's not a big deal to me, you know, but I noticed that she was 5 and you were in here for 7 years. And one of the biggest things about being a parolee is about being honest. Right? Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with
Because we want you to be able to come to us when you have a problem and be honest about it so we can help you. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to just keep putting people back in prison, but we want you to be able to trust us. If something is going on that we need to be made aware of, I want you to be able to come to me. You feel what I'm saying? Now, back to the question though. And I understand also how things work when it comes to and I don't want to be disrespectful with what I'm about to say, but I've been in the system for a long time, and I understand how sometimes you get these penitentiary babies. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You go to visit and sneak off. Now, don't get me wrong. You're not in any trouble.
I'm sure I'm not in no trouble.
Absolutely. My word is bond. You feel me? My word is bond. Now, here's the thing, though. Because I feel like if I were locked up and, hey, opportunity presented itself, hey. You feel what I'm saying?
All right.
So I just, is that what happened here?
All right, man. I'll be honest with you, man.
Yeah, be honest with me.
When I was locked up,
you can trust me.
I could trust you.
You can trust me.
Okay, all right, man. When I was locked up, man, I met her. We I came on to her. She bit, and
y'all did the do, didn't
we did our thing, man.
Okay, now here's the thing. Now after you did your thing, as you say, she ended up pregnant.
Yeah.
So it is a possibility that this is your child.
Yeah, it may. Yeah, it's a possibility.
It's a good possibility.
Yeah, but I don't know who else she was messing with at the time too. Like I said, I'm locked up. I was locked up at the time.
Yeah.
She's going home. I don't know if she was out there messing with other guys, or she might have been messing with other guys while I was locked up in the same prison. I don't know.
Yeah. I understand that because it happens, and look, not gonna dismiss that at all. That totally happens, right? But did she ever give you any indications that she was cheating?
No, I mean I really wasn't studying that, really, but at that time I really wasn't studying it. But it is what it is.
Time, right? I got you. Over time, you must have started to develop some feelings for her and your daughter because you paroled out to them.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you another question because I'm noticing a tone in your voice. You're not trying to use this girl.
Nah, I'm not, man. No, okay. I'm not. I'm not.
You seriously committed to it?
I'm committed to her. Yes, I am.
Well, if you're committed to her, you got to be committed to y'all daughter, right?
Yeah, you're right.
You just got concerns.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Yes.
Okay, dig that. Now, here's another thing. I need to go on and be totally honest with you, totally transparent with you about something. I've already talked to Tessa. Okay. And this is normal. Parole officers, talk to the people that are going to be closest to our parolees. And she did express to me how much she loves you. She wants to marry and all this whole kind of stuff, which I think is great because that's going to be a stable foundation for you and her to have a successful relationship and raise your daughter together.
Mm-hmm.
And she had told me that you had expressed some concerns about being the father of little Renee. And she had asked you on multiple occasions while you were incarcerated to submit to a DNA test, to prove the paternity of the child. And she said that you said no.
Yeah, look, me and Tessa talked about that plenty of times, and and man, it's a beautiful little girl, man. But like I said, I don't know what she was doing outside of work and who else she was messing with while I was in there, but. Like I said, I got feelings for her. I'll help take care of the child and everything.
You're gonna play the role as the father.
Yeah, what I'm saying, because I don't want her to grow up, not feeling some type of way. But at the same time, I do have my concerns. But I kind of don't want to, that to mess up our relationship a little bit either. At the same time, but I just, I don't know, yeah. But I do have concerns.
But it sounds to me that if you were submitted to the test, if it's true, it's true. If it's not true, it's not true. But she said you were reluctant to even do a DNA test while you were in jail. And that's what made me concerned about, wanting to talk to you, after your file came up. Because I go through the files. After I get these random numbers, I go through the files and I look. I still can set some of those files to the side. But I noticed some things about your file, mainly on your visitation list, that were inconsistent. And when I talked to Tessa, dug deeper into this, I'm finding out that you had concerns. So now I'm concerned that this could affect your success on parole. So
I disagree with that. How would my visitation in prison affect me when I'm out here on the street?
Okay.
I mean, that's when I was locked up. I'm not locked up anymore.
Right.
I live with her. I live with the little girl. I take care of her as my child.
Mm-hmm.
I take care of her like she's my child.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not. That has nothing to do with me being out, being free now.
Right. But I understand that, right? And you would look at it from that point of view. But see, we have to look at it from a different point of view, right? What we have to be concerned with is that a lot of times our parolees, they can't handle stressful situations. And once I talked to Tessa, because I saw the inconsistency on the visitation application. Once I talked to her and found out the circumstances, I'm seeing this as a potential problem that could happen later on, come down the road later on, to the point that if she determines that she can't continue to deal with you not committing fully and accepting the role as a father, not just because you want the daughter not to grow up without a male figure, but that you are actually the father, this could cause her to get stressed out, and then y'all end up breaking up, and who knows what your situation would be, and you would be out on the streets, or you feel some kind of way, you might get back into criminal activities. We got to look at the long game here.
I understand that. I didn't mean to cut you off, sir, but I understand that. But I've been out for like 3 months. Yeah. And if she hasn't said anything to y'all, you've had a conversation with her. Right. She didn't have any concerns or nothing like that. You know, she didn't say nothing about me. I'm keeping my job. Yeah, I'm staying out of trouble. So I mean, still, I just don't see why digging so deep off. And it is, to me, it seems like you're trying to make something out of nothing. That's what it seems like to me. No, we don't and I do see why you would think that. But like I said, we have to look at this from a different point of view. We try to eliminate all things that could possibly cause our parolees to not be successful. And you could disagree with me on that, that's fine. But the truth of the matter is that we determine our policy and how we go about things, and you just have to comply with that. And that's what this conversation is about. Okay? All right. So we clear. I got you. What was your name again? My name is Quinton Harris. I'm the parolee supervisor over all the parole officers, right? Okay. And I just make sure that they're doing their job. Okay. You feel what I'm saying? All right. Harris. Spell it right. You know what I'm saying? And here we go. But let's get back to the issue. Now, it's something else I have to be honest with you about. Okay. Concerning this situation. Tessa, in her concern for you and her daughter, Renee, she wanted to make sure that you were going to be happy. So what she did, and I don't want you to get upset by this, okay? Oh, here we go. So what she did is, like a lot of women would do, you know, when the man doesn't want to take the initiative, because she asked you. Now I want you to remember that. She asked you to do this, but you didn't want to do it. And so that made her concerned, right? Because she's feeling like you might be trying to lay the foundation to walk away from her. So what she did is she took your toothbrush, and she got some of the bristles off of your toothbrush, and she submitted a sample from her and a sample from your daughter. She did what? She's getting a DNA test done. She got a DNA test done for her. But listen to me. You got to remember, you didn't want to submit to it, and she's concerned that you were going to use that as a reason to walk away from her. So this is creating stress. So she wants to resolve this issue, and if you want to leave, then this won't be the issue that you can use to leave, because she's absolutely certain that you are the father. She's absolutely certain. Hold on, you said she took bristles out of my toothbrush, yes, and submitted it in. Because the DNA is in there. When you brush your teeth, the saliva, and all this and that. But keep in mind, when you were locked up, she asked you to take a test, and you kept saying no. Try to look at it from her point of view. Yeah. You're right. Now, those results are back. Okay. Those results are back. And do you want to know what that test said? Yeah, man. You do? Yeah, I really do. Yeah. Well, what I'm going to tell you this is, and I don't want you to get upset by this. I don't want you to get feel like you need to say something to her that could upset her or anything like that, right? Because she really was concerned and is concerned that you will probably think that she went behind your back and done something that you didn't want her to do, but she didn't see any other way to get this done. And the test came back, and it said that you are 99.9% the father. For real? You are the father. You sure? I'm absolutely sure. I had her fax us a copy of it. I was going to ask, can I get a copy? Because I want to see that. Not to say that I don't trust you. I just want to see this for myself with my own eyes. For sure. When you go talk to Tessa, you let her know that we've talked, and she's going to give that to you. I wish she would have come in. Well, yeah, I wish she would have came and talked to me before she did all this, but I can understand why she did that.
And I hope you really do understand why she came to us to get this message to you, because she wanted you to know that she loves you and she's going to be there with you, and y'all share a child together, a daughter together. And it's one more thing that I want to say to you too, man, so that you will understand that this is a serious issue, but at the same time,
man, don't give me no more.
I ain't got no more bad news for you. I ain't got no more bad news for you. I ain't got no more bad news for you, bro. But what I do need to tell you is that I'm not a parole officer.
Then who the hell are you then?
Well, look here. Have you ever heard of this show called Doing Time with Joe? Do it in the penitentiary.
Yeah, man.
That's me.
Man, get out of here, man.
Let me tell you something. Look here.
Hold on. Look, the asshole is the baby. Is a child.
No, it's true about that. She wrote me a letter. She listens to my show every day. She wrote me a letter saying that, telling me everything about y'all's situation, and she wanted to figure out a way to tell you without you being upset. And she can't call downtown and talk to the parole.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so she gave me all the insight about the situation, man. And I just wanted to say congratulations to you. You know what I'm saying? And I hope you do well, and I wish you success while you're out there on parole, man. And
thank you.
You got anything you want to say about it?
Man, you could left field with that. Hey, well, I'm happy, but at the same time, man, I gotta be more honest with myself and talk to her and be more open to her.
Yeah, you got a good woman, man.
Because she didn't, because of my actions, she had to go to you, and she shouldn't have to go to you.
She shouldn't have had to do that.
Yeah, exactly. So,
but I'm glad she did. I mean, look here, I appreciate the.
But I'm glad that now I know for sure that my daughter, she is my daughter. So
she's your
Renee
daughter,
is mine.
She is your
I'm
daughter.
happy, man.
Yeah, you are the father.
I'm finna go take her to Chuck E. Cheese now. That made my day.
That's what's up. I appreciate you, man, taking the call and not tripping out on me too much. And congratulations on that, right?
Man. Keep it real with your woman, man.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
With your woman.
This has been another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker, and I say peace, y'all.
I'm getting